Hello, hello, hello. Gail with Broken Hearts Ministry. Thank you if you're watching the replay. Sorry, I have itchy nose, allergies. So today I'm making a recipe, and so I may have to get up occasionally and stir my pot. But I'm kind of slow cooking something on the oven, and I have 2 ingredients left to add. So once hubby gets home, I'll add the last 2 ingredients and film the last little bit. I actually took my apron off to do this live. So this is unbelievably my 2-year anniversary for YouTube for this channel, which is my second channel. And so I thought I'd come on and just celebrate with you guys for a little bit while my food is cooking over there. Not much else I can do on it. So anyway, you guys might be busy. I don't know. But it's just a pop-up live. I'm having trouble scheduling them on Thursdays because Thursdays is actually when I go grocery shopping. At least every 2 weeks I go grocery shopping. So today I did grocery shopping and I actually bought items for 3 recipes. One of them is my healthy meals recipe for Simply Jan Homestead's collab, Healthy Meals 25, I think is the hashtag on that one. And that is an open collaboration. That one goes through the end of, through August 31st. So if that's something you're interested in, if you catch it before August 31st of 2025, you still have time to get in on that one. So let's see, I got a banner going across. I don't think I need that banner today. Let's see if I can make the banner go away. There we go. Awesome. Yep. So today I just bought the stuff for the recipes I'm going to make. I'm going to do a fall cooking series on Gail Southern Living. So I'm trying to bank up recipes for the fall. So I've already got 2 for September. So I'm going to do fall recipes for September, October, and November. And then in December, of course, I'll do Christmas type recipes and things like that. So I'll look for those later once I've got enough of these recipes banked up. But I probably would have saved this recipe to do maybe for October or November. But since she was having this collab, I said, well, this is a healthy recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and include it on her collaboration. So it'll post sometime next week if you guys want to check it out. So I did a little fall decorating in the background because I'm doing all my fall videos and stuff. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for cooler weather and stuff like that. So it is so hot outside. Today I harvested my last pumpkin. It was a sugar pie pumpkin. And went ahead and harvested it. And I'm going to stop watering the pumpkins. So really the only thing I'm going to keep going on is the bell peppers, the sorghum, the amaranth, and a few little things that I have in my planters there. That's pretty much it. So I've actually started breaking down my garden. I didn't do it today because I went grocery shopping, but pretty much every morning I get out there and start breaking down the garden. And every day I just do a little bit on it. So that way next year I won't have such a mess to clean up, pulling off the vines and cutting down the sunflowers and all that kind of stuff, cutting down the flowers and getting it fresh and ready for next year. So a lot of it, I compost it back into, unless it's had a bug problem in that area, I chop it down and compost it into where I'm planting next year, because that'll break down all winter and make good soil. Because, they didn't do all this stuff back in the olden days. They didn't do all this stuff. So, so now we know, the things die and that puts nutrients in the soil for next year. And I actually do crop rotating because I had vine borers and squash bugs last year, and squash bugs are terrible. I don't want them again. So, and I move my squash every year to see if I can confuse the squash bugs, but the squash bugs still come. And I don't believe that marigolds are a good deterrent for squash bugs. Because I had a big, huge bush worth of marigolds there, and the bugs totally got the squash anyway. It was a little later in the season, in my opinion, so I was kind of already tired of squash at that point. So I wasn't too sad about it. But I didn't have any vine borers at all this year. So I do believe that planting garlic where you previously had vine borers will solve the problem. And I think it might work for squash bugs too. So I did actually end up with some squash bugs this year too. But at that point, I was already kind of tired of the plant, tired of eating it. So I was okay with it. But I'm going to actually make a slight bit of a smaller garden next year because I had trouble keeping up with weeds in several areas. So I think how I'm going to solve that problem is I got rid of 2 of the beds that were really low and hard to get to for weeds. And I'm going to try to stick with more like higher raised beds. I did actually set up some beds for hugelkultur. I did one and I'm working on the second one now. And any new containers I'm setting up for next year, I'm actually adding a log at the bottom that can break down. It may take 2, 3, 4 years to break down the log, but the log will break down into some good soil eventually. So looking forward to that. This is my first time I've actually had logs to put into gardening. So I'm excited to be able to use them. Hello, Heather with Heaven's Fire. How are you? I was just sitting here talking to myself. I was like, maybe somebody will come in eventually. Somebody would come in and then they would leave, and then they would come in and they would leave. And I was like, okay. I guess they're not interested in what I'm talking about because they came in and then they left. But yeah, I'm working on a recipe right now for Simply Jan Homestead's Healthy Meals collab. And so I may have to get up and go stir it here in a little bit. I got it simmering now. I have 2 more ingredients to put into it. And then I'll be able to finish the video. Watching ads. Jamie's watching ads. Heather's also in here. I appreciate you guys in here. If you can hear me yet, Jamie, I'm not sure if you can yet. But yeah, I'm just sitting here making a recipe. Hello, Kevin from Tuber Chat. Sorry, my allergies are bad. So I have a nice healthy soup cooking on the stove right now for a collab that I'm doing. And I know it's way too hot to be doing a soup, but I found the recipe and then I decided to do it for the Healthy Meals collab that Jan was doing. So I didn't have to look for another recipe. I already had found that one. So I said, I'm just going to add it into my fall recipes playlist. But I'm going to do it now. And then if I like it, we can have it during the fall. So I already have it tried out. So it'll be the first video. Sorry, I'm coughing. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry for coughing in your ear. But yeah, so I'm letting it slow cook on the oven right now. And then I'll have 2 more ingredients to add. I'll probably put that video out sometime next week. I'll have to look at my schedule to see where I can fit it in. But I thought I needed to do a live for this channel. Thank you. Gifted membership. Tuber Chat gifted a membership to one of you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll have to see who got gifted the membership. I appreciate it. Yeah, I actually just looked down and I noticed in my analytics of this channel that it said it was my 2-year anniversary for YouTube. And I was like, 2 years for this channel. Wow, that's pretty cool. So awesome. So the channel is monetized and I do have members. Hello, Blessed to Crochet. Are you in here? Hello, Mary. Yeah, I'm enjoying your Blessing Through Connection lives that you're doing, meeting some new friends because you have totally different friends than I do. So that's really awesome. I don't see Mary yet. You guys said hi to her, but I don't see her yet. But mine's kind of slow, so maybe it's coming. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys coming in here. I just sat here and talked to myself for a little while. I was like, well, the people watching the replay will hear what I said. Listening while I'm on hold with UPS. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine how long have you been on hold so far, Jennifer? Jennifer, do you have a hydroponic machine, an available window, or a grow light that you could join the micro tomato collab that we're doing? Because we are sending out some seeds for that. And also, if you even have an available window or something, I'm going to try. I actually have a video coming out next week where I'm going to try the cracky method of growing. So I ordered some supplies for that. Oh my gosh. And it cost them $22 to send you that, Jennifer. $22. And now they're trying to charge you $40, almost $40. Wow. See, we don't mean to be mean about sending things to Canada. We really don't. But golly, $22 and now they're going to charge you $38. That's crazy. That's like $50 for a mug that's like $5 or $10. That's crazy. Just got 25 pounds of tomatoes chopped and ready to start canning tomorrow. Wow. That's cool. That should last you for a while, hopefully. Wow, that's awful. Oh man. That would be sad if they spent all that money to send it to you and then you couldn't get it because of the tariffs. That's terrible. That's terrible. That is insane. Well, other than, sending a little bit of seeds once in a while on the sly, I don't usually send things out of the U.S. I've sent things to you, Jennifer, and I've sent things to Lori's World, but really, you two are really the only two I've ever really sent things out of the U.S. And I think I might have sent a card or a sticker or something to Ariella in Australia. But other than that, I've never really sent anything. So it's either one national stamp, international stamp, or 3 regular stamps, which 3 regular stamps is over the price of the international stamp. But if you don't want to go to the post office, you can get a special stamp. If you put 3, that'll cover it. But you got to send seeds that are so, small they can't detect it. Because I've gotten seeds to Jennifer before on the sly and it works, but it's usually only if I'm sending one little seed. I don't mind sending one little seed that can get through, but yeah, that UPS fees are going up in October was just on the news. Oh man, everything's going crazy. I started using stamps.com and I find the mailing cheaper. I haven't mailed anything to Canada or Australia or anywhere else. But so far, mailing around the US, the prices have been better than if I go to the post office. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. 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 I got a little package on my mail on my porch today that I didn't know was coming. Just got the pineapple ground cherries. Awesome. Awesome. You'll be able to get those planted for next year. I don't know how many seeds I sent you, but when you do plant them, I would just plant all of them, because the more you plant, the better chance you have of getting them. And once you get them planted somewhere, the seeds will fall, and they'll keep coming back. But just getting them established, if you plant like a lot, I've noticed if you have a pack, plant the whole pack. If you have 2 packs, plant the whole 2 packs when you're trying to start, because just getting them established. But then finally, once you get them established, they'll be there forever. And I'm actually moving my ground cherries from one place to another next year. So I know after hubby mows down that area where they were, they'll try to come back there next year, but I'm moving them to a different spot. So it may take me a while to get them trained. Hold on just a second. I'm going to go stir. I have to stir my pot because I'm cooking something right now. And it's for a video for Jan's collab. And then every time I stir it, I taste it to see if I need to add anything. And it's really hot. It's good. So far, it's good. I like it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm cooking a dish, and I said I'm going to do a live while that's cooking. So cooking on the oven. And then when hubby gets home, I'll add the last 2 ingredients, finish the video, and it'll be ready to post next week. I'm sorry. I just got a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. But yeah. I wanted to be able to, Jan asked me about joining her collab. So it's like, how do you figure out something to make for the Healthy Meals 25 thing? So I found a recipe, but it's really more of a fall recipe, really more of a cold weather recipe. But I'm going to go ahead and put it out. And then I'm going to put it in my fall recipes playlist. And then later on, I'll, they'll be there in case somebody's looking for something. What did I change? Oh, I see what I did. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to change my avatar to be the one for the ministry in case I have to go back over there and stir again. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. The UPS man, he rings the doorbell once and then he leaves. That's pretty much how that works. So I know if I hear one doorbell ring, it's the UPS guy. If I hear more than one ring on the doorbell, I know it's probably a solicitor or something like that. Hello, Lynn. Lynn the Farm Okie. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. So that's what I'm doing today. I did grocery shopping. Had to go by Tractor Supply and get cat food. Hubby wanted me to bring him lunch. And then I had to put all the stuff away and then get everything ready for this recipe that I'm working on. And that video will go up next week. So probably have next week all completely done with videos. So thank you. Yep, it's my 2-year anniversary for YouTube. Who got the gifted membership? I didn't see. You can't see the changes of the colors. Yeah, I'm actually going to order something for a costume for Fall Fest. So that'll be fun. It's a secret. You'll get to see it in my video when it comes out. Let's see who got the gifted membership. Well, Jamie's already a member. Jennifer, did you get it? Did you get the gifted membership? Because you're blue too. Jamie was already a member, so it has to be Jennifer. And she got gifted a membership for my other channel a week or so ago. So she's actually a member of both channels right now, currently, just by freaky accident. Oh, Blessed to Crochet got it. But I haven't even seen Blessed to Crochet in here. Where is she? I don't see her. That's weird. Can you guys see her in here? Mary, are you in here? Let's see if I could see it on my phone. Peppers from you a little while ago too. I'm always sending seeds. I sent about 200 packs last year to the U.S. Oh, I bet you did. Yeah, it's so funny. I can't see Blessed to Crochet anywhere. It says she got it, but she must have been in here but not talking. It knew she was in here, but it doesn't show on StreamYard. It only shows on my phone. That's weird. Well, hi Mary, if you're here. Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. So you're probably not even going to get the mug after they spent $22 to send it, and then however much it costs to buy it in the first place. Oh, blue is moderator. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, because I didn't see her post in here, I didn't see any other color on hers. I think they just have to be a subscriber to win a membership. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, they have to be a subscriber, but they have to be a subscriber that's in here. And I didn't know she was in here. So maybe she came in and just let it play. But she hadn't said anything, but it knew she was in here, even though I didn't know. You don't have to be live to be gifted a membership. You mean you don't have to be in the live? Is that what you're saying, Jennifer? Huh. That would be a new one. Was eating a sandwich. What did I miss? Not much. Mary with Blessed to Crochet got a gifted membership from Tuber Chat. Waiting for a rep to answer so you can argue about fees. Yeah. Well, Jennifer, sometimes you can get more accomplished with honey more than lemons, or honey more than vinegar, meaning maybe a little kind sweetness and maybe making them feel sorry for you might work a little better than being mad. But it depends on who you're talking to. If that person's getting snotty and you get snotty back, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it's hard. Right. I've been gifted memberships to channels I wasn't in the lab for. What? I didn't know that was a thing. I knew what you meant. I didn't know that was a thing. I had no idea. I've never, well, if I was, I don't know. That's weird. I never heard of that. Yeah. Yeah. That's strange. I had no idea. Weird, 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 weird. I didn't know you could be in a live and win a membership. I thought you had to be in there. For some reason, when people gift memberships and I'm in someone else's chat, it never picks me. So I feel like there's a button I need to push somewhere that I've not pushed, because I don't get these memberships to random channels. I don't get that when I go in. So I think there's a button somewhere in my YouTube studio that I need to adjust. I think I've missed a button somewhere. I need to figure that out somehow. Okay, I'm going to get up and go stir real quick. Okay, so I had to stir, and then taste the broth. So I just got out a bunch of little spoons, and every time I tasted it, I just throw the spoon back in the sink. My tester spoons. So that way I'm not getting my germs in the pot. Wow. That's crazy that like a $5 or $10 mug is going to end up costing you $38. And then $32 plus the price of the mug. Yeah, that is insane. Hi, Linda. How are you? Yeah, that is terrible. That was fun on your live last night, Linda. I enjoyed that. And the people that watched it made comments, texted me and things like that saying, oh, that was fun to watch. So if you didn't watch that last night, Linda with Another Time had my husband and I. There is a button that you need to push to get a gifted membership. Yeah. Wherever that button is, I'm unaware of it because I know that it's not pushed, because if it was pushed, then I would be getting gifted memberships, but I don't ever get gifted memberships. I don't know. I've never even been able to figure out how to gift those free memberships to people either. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. Not used it. So I have that recipe going on the stove. So when hubby gets home, I'll get off this live, go add the last 2 ingredients, and then I'll get my video edited and ready to post for next week. Because I don't usually post videos on Fridays unless it's a free video. That's the only thing I post on Fridays. So yeah. So it tastes good so far, but I think I'm going to add a cup of cream to it to give it a more creamy flavor. So that's the recipe I'm working on. If you want to see the recipe I'm working on right now, I learned a lot about Kevin's underwear and socks and toenail maintenance last night's live. Oh no, I must have missed the part about the socks and the toenails, but I did learn that Kevin and my husband both do not buy their own underwear. Of course, I knew my husband didn't buy his own underwear, but I didn't know other men did not buy their own underwear. But apparently, lots of men don't buy their own underwear. I'm already coughing and now I'm getting choked up. I can't be laughing, Jennifer. I got a frog in my throat already. Yeah, that gaming chair looked cool. I didn't even know Linda played video games or anything. Unless she uses it for video editing or lives or something. I didn't know she was a gamer. Maybe she uses it for something besides games. I don't know. Cool though. It's very cool. It's buffering on your end. No. Yeah. I picked my last sugar pie pumpkin today. I ended up with eight sugar pie pumpkins. Did I say hi, Robin? Hi, Robin. Yeah, I ended up with eight. Today, the last one I picked was bigger, but it's still a little bit green. But I was doing that video, and I wanted a nice background. So I went ahead and picked the last one. But I'm ready to stop watering a lot of it. I want to just like move in to do some inside gardening. So yeah. So I'm still watering my bell peppers. My early Cal Wonder bell peppers are doing good. My tomatoes aren't doing very good, so I think I'm going to stop watering those. I'm also going to keep watering my sorghum from Growing Groceries collab and a few things in my planter, like my amaranth and a couple of other things. That's it. So I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm coughing like that. I was not coughing like that unless I'm just like overheating because the kitchen is warm, And, but yeah, I thought I would just do a little live to celebrate my 2-year YouTube anniversary with you guys for a little while. I don't think I'm going to go for very much longer because I'm kind of hot and I'm kind of coughing and I need to go ahead and finish up my video. But I thought I'd just come on and get a little live in. Trying to do a live every Thursday just to keep my hours up for this channel, especially since I don't really post a lot of videos right now on it. So I need to keep my hours up for it. Of course, Fall Fest coming up is going to help with that. I'll get some new friends and hopefully a little watch time from that. So we'll see. Half an hour on hold. That is crazy. I cannot manage to stop coughing. It's crazy. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this here, guys. Thank you for coming in today. I'm going to go try to get myself something to drink, cool off a little bit because the kitchen's hot because I'm cooking in it and it's summer. So I'm going to go get a drink and see if I can clear up my throat a little bit. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate all of you, and I will try to come back next Thursday and do another live. Thanks, guys. Bye, everybody.